Hi, I'm the Alchemist Astrologer, and this is your Sun, Moon, and Stars reading for July for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. So the Sun row represents the outward appearance. It's the manifestation of a situation and how the world sees it. So you have the Four of Cups. So there could be some dissatisfaction, some boredom, some inertia, some apathy with regard to a situation. Perhaps you have withdrawn. Maybe you're, experiencing some kind of social isolation, or you're being rather reclusive right now. And it may be because you're thinking about something. Maybe there's a lack of motivation to move forward. Maybe you're suffering from some depression. Maybe you're feeling as if you're in a bit of a rut. Whatever it is, you're having to reevaluate a situation. And you may have to take a leap of faith. And it may be with regard to yourself, with other people, situation, or all of the above. Because something is going on that is giving you a sense of anxiety, or you're just off-putting because you feel self-satisfied. So this is pertaining to something that is necessary possibly for your well-being. There's some kind of mixed bag that's being offered, either materially or emotionally. And you could be actively choosing not to take what's on offer because you recognize that there is a potential problem inherent within this opportunity. So somebody may be in good faith saying, hey, would you be interested in ... And it sounds good on the surface, but as you reflect or you look at the bigger picture, you say, well, no, because that could be problematic down the road. So this is you perhaps having some kind of foresight. Now, it could be, again, that you're just satisfied with where you are in the game. Job's good, the money's good, your relationship is okay. You don't need anything else. And so you are withdrawing. And if that's the case, you're going to find that this is a good period of flow for you. There's going to be a number of pleasant possibilities that present that would give you the chance to increase your material security or feel emotionally satisfied. You need only reach out and take what's on offer. So, it could be your intuition is prompting you. Now, you have to make sure that you're not so self-absorbed or apathetic or cynical that you actually miss an opportunity. If you're feeling at all uncertain about your present circumstances, you may be questioning the future, the direction of where you're headed, some recent choices that you made, or certain behaviors. And until you figure out certain answers, you may find it difficult to relax. Maybe there's a problem that has to be solved, and you're deep in thought about that. So you're not taking any social invitations. You don't want to talk to people. You don't want to mix and mingle until you get your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Your work is done or a dilemma is resolved. Now you have to, again, be careful that you don't miss an opportunity. You may be taking a lot for granted. Maybe you don't really believe that a situation has changed and you need to accept the terms of that truth. Or maybe you've decided you simply, don't want something. You don't like what's being offered. So for some of you, this is a lack of enjoyment, a lack of motivation, a lack of desire. But for others of you, there could be new solutions to some old problems if you don't miss the opportunity. If you can look at a new turn of events that connect to your emotional security and your financial well-being. Now, this may have to do with being enchanted with something. Some of you, maybe you're abstaining from something. Maybe you don't want to drink anymore. You don't want to drink alcohol or something that you were once enchanted with. But for others of you, you're dissatisfied about bringing some idea you have into being, or attracting something that you desire. Maybe, it's even the influence you're having on others. For some of you, though, you're operating under some kind of illusion. Again, maybe not accepting that something has changed about a situation and that you need to take some kind of step, some kind of action. Now, the moon row represents your inward manifestation. It's how this situation is making you feel on the inside, the effect that it's having on you as a person. And you have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, it may be making you feel sentimental, nostalgic, especially if you're dissatisfied with something that was offered or some choice that you made or some decision where you wanted to influence a situation. Maybe something is, both of these cards have some kind of offering attached to it. So it could be an offer of goodwill, someone related to your childhood. Maybe somebody has reached out from your past. Maybe, there's an attempt to renew an old tie or rekindle old love, or a lover from the past has shown up, or you're just thinking about some happy memories. For some of you, this may actually be a job opportunity or a gift or sentiment of some sort being offered. Maybe in some cases you're actually dealing with children. Whatever it is, you are taking this time out to look at something on offer, and in the process may also be looking at how far you've come. Maybe you're counting your blessings. Maybe you don't need anything else. Or maybe something is going to happen that allows you to be vindicated, or there's an opportunity to receive or express some appreciation. So you have to be open for that. It's possible that you're going to encounter one or more inexplicable situations that feel extremely familiar. These are déjà vu moments, or things that come to you through some kind of dream, or something that just you have an intuition that is prompting you and your hunch is exactly on point. So for some of you, you're really going to hear from someone from the past, or you're going to hear about someone from your past. And there could be some opportunities or some avenues where you thought that door was closed and that reopens. For some of you, though, the past is coming back to bite you. There's some kind of mistake or error or indiscretion or oversight that is now resurfacing. It could even be a medical issue or just anything that's going to work to your disadvantage. So in that case, you may hear from somebody that you really don't want to hear from. And perhaps this ties to, exploring the past. Now, it may have to do with traveling in connection to the past. A child visiting, you visiting a child, or an old friend or an old lover, reconnecting through travel somehow. Or perhaps you're trying to expand through a past circumstance. But in some cases, maybe you're closing off. Somebody's pushing boundaries, or you recognize that an offer is not being accepted on your end or their end, and maybe you need to try a new approach. Now, the last row is the star row, and this is the way you're going to make this situation work for you. You have the Six of Swords. So if this is negative, you're just going to move right on by. Wherever there's been some dissatisfaction, whether that's been depression or tension or stress, you will do yourself a favor by moving on, looking toward a brighter, better future. And that means letting go, releasing toxic behaviors and negative people that have a tendency to disappoint you. So you're going to make some beneficial changes. Now that may mean closing off, severing some ties, or it could mean being more patient and coming to some kind of understanding about the differences between you. It could be that you're going to take a trip, you're going to travel, you're going to deal with someone at a distance, or someone is going to come see you. And you're going to have to navigate through difficult issues or circumstances. This is going back over old ground. So it could be something personal, could be professional, could be legal, could be medical. Whatever it is, you're having, again, that deja vu moment where you're having to readdress a situation, perhaps something that you thought was resolved. So the best way to reach a new destination is for you to try to have better understanding of the past, of yourself, where there was dissatisfaction, or foresight about the future, what maybe you should turn down, what you should take on. So something unexpected may happen, and you may have something that you've wanted, and maybe you've wanted this for a very long time, and it's likely that this is the moment that you're going to get it, except it's going to come in a different package and in a different manner and in a different time frame than you were expected. So for some of you, the clarity comes through removing yourself from pointless situations, letting go of harmful habits that limit you, that get in the way of what is important to you, your worthwhile commitments. Now that could mean somebody from your past that you really enjoy or you care about reappears in your life. For others of you, you're going to recognize a challenge. Your character is going to be tested. And you're going to have to resolve not to get re-involved with situations or people that have a tendency to disappoint you. Or you're going to have to recognize when it's necessary to go ahead and wrap up, conclude situations, medically, legally, things that you don't want to deal with. And you're going to have to recognize the wrong influence when people are negative or toxic. So you win when you stop wasting too much time, too much energy, too much effort, and putting your faith in people and situations that don't deserve it. You will make a situation work for you when you stop repeating the same mistakes. And it may have to do with something secretive, something that you learn. It could be something that you haven't been seeing, or there's something that you've been hiding, but this definitely has a very strong tie to the past, and it may mean that certain issues that have been buried in the past actually need to come to light. Now the underlying energy is this Lover's card. Maybe this is a strong tie to a Gemini, but there's a strong focus on partnership, choices. You may be at a crossroads somehow in a situation. There could be some form of temptation. Maybe other people are getting involved, or there's some interference in a situation. And again, you may be reconnecting with someone from the past, or someone that's going to have a very strong bearing on your future. So your partnerships, your associates are in view. And again, you would do well to scrutinize your choice of company, your choice of associates, your choice of lovers, because the wrong choice can be problematic. Now, for some of you, this is also about looking at areas of your life that have been toxic because you've been too jealous or too accommodating, you've been acquiescing, people-pleasing, acting like a doormat because you want to keep the peace. You want to not rock the boat, or you want people to like you. So this is about really examining your truth and speaking openly and honestly, especially where there's a strong need to clear the air so that there's not some misunderstanding about a situation. So this is a time for you to speak your truth, to be very direct, very honest. You may find that people are, wanting to connect to you, wanting your attention, wanting your assistance, wanting your advice. But you need to move on from situations that, again, don't serve your highest good and don't serve your personal agenda to get ahead or to, do something worthwhile. So again, you're looking at your partnerships, your choices, and whatever is in front of you, the outcome will be very different depending on which choice you make. You could be at a popularity peak or someone close to you, and so you're really going to have to be discerning about what you're trying to accomplish, where you want to put your time, and who you want to associate with. It could be that there's some kind of message that you receive. Now, this could be a revelation from a hidden source. You have two cards that are very secretive in nature. This may mean your own intuition, self-awareness, or could be some spirit messages. Or again, you need to sit down and go within, do some inner listening to come up with some answers. Now, your advice card is discernment. So that appears to be a running theme for you. Looking over the past, exploring, expansion or boundary pushing, moving on from negative toxic behaviors, revisiting past issues, past places, gaining some discernment over your partnerships, alliances, and choices. So let's look up discernment. This is the waxing gibbous moon. Take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge wisely. There may have been something difficult to see, something that has been obscured, but now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. When you get some years on you, hopefully this time you spend moving and choosing upon this earth brings you some kind of wisdom. Some of that wisdom will be bred of hindsight and perspective. All of us, if we are engaged in life, make good decisions and poor ones. Sometimes we make spectacularly bad ones. All of us get hurt others, learn, forget, fall over again, get up, but hopefully we grow, we change. We're able to spot where our sore points are and fix them if we so choose. We're able to take a good long look at what is painfully recurring in our lives and deal with it. Yes, baby, deal. The secret here is discernment, real discernment. Really making it a priority to take time to ensure acuteness of judgment. Really looking at the fine print before you buy. Instead of taking things on face value or rushing into surface judgments, take your sweet time to form friendships and business relationships. Put your energy output into perspective, looking at evidence instead of only just believing. Feel and act when you are being trodden upon or having your boundaries overstepped or when something doesn't quite feel kosher. Ask clarifying questions and really listen to the answers offered. Then act on the reality. That is growth. That is real pattern busting. That is the gathering of wisdom. Note, waxing gibbous moons. This is the first of the waxing gibbous moons. The overall themes of this part of the moon cycle are action and will. So again, that's really exploring situations and determining what opportunities are really valid. Having the potential to see foresight or whether you should just move on from something where people have a penchant for letting you down or you have a habit of letting yourself down. So really looking close at your partnerships, the temptations that are in front of you, and the choices that you make. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed this message. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notify bell button, and please leave me some comments.